What's up, athletes? Welcome back to week 5, Foundations of Leadership. A few weeks ago, we discussed how leading by influence is much better than leading through control. Today, we're going to go a little bit deeper into how you can influence your team. Simply put, the best leaders are servants. What that means is you put their needs, you put their success ahead of your own need to be the star or ahead of your own need to have all the correct answers. You do what you can to set your teammates up for success and to help motivate them. That becomes your primary goal. That's what being a servant as a leader is all about. One of the things that you can do to help yourself serve your team better and serve your teammates better is to get to know them individually, to get to know how they think and what drives them. This will help you know what motivates them, why they do what they do. Once you know your teammates a little better and you understand what drives them or how they think, then you can also start to see why they do what they do on the field or on the court or even outside as they get ready. But what that'll do, once you have that information and you have a better picture of who your teammates are as individuals, as people, you can start to use that information, that familiarity with them, and use that to help motivate them. A tip for you to accomplish this is to set the goal for yourself and commit to meeting with one teammate each week. Go out with one teammate, maybe grab a bite to eat, and just have some one-on-one time. Don't bring a lot of people, don't bring anybody else, just you and that teammate, and just sit down and have a conversation and get to know them. You can talk about the team, you can talk about your personal lives, things that you're into. Just get to know them. This will develop a better relationship between you and the teammate. With some of them, you're going to click right away and you guys might become close friends. With some of them, you're not going to click with that well, and you can just decide together, hey, we'll just keep our relationship about this team. And that's fine, because you're not going to click with everybody. But through this process of hanging out with them and getting to know them, you get inside their mind a little more and you start to understand them, and you can start to appreciate them, and they can start to appreciate you. And that'll develop a level of trust between the two of you that wouldn't have been there otherwise. And just through this little step of getting to know them and getting to know a little bit more about them and understanding them, you will appreciate them more. And it'll enable you to help motivate them and actually give you a little bit more of a desire to help them succeed. Another way to serve your teammates is to commit to fostering open lines of communication with all your teammates, but specifically between you and everyone else. It's important that they feel like they can come to you and speak their mind and speak freely without fear of being judged or jumped back at. They need to know that their opinion and their viewpoint is valuable to the team's success and specifically valuable to you. And this absolutely has to include them being able to hold you accountable for the things that you do. Your teammates need to be able to come to you when you make a bad decision and call you out about it. They need to come to you with their ideas when they might be a little bit different from yours, to know that they can just speak free and to know that you will hear them out and take what they say into consideration. This can be a difficult principle for leaders to be open to, but it's absolutely essential. We've been trained to think that leaders are the ones that give the criticism, that leaders are the one that brings the ideas, that everybody else just has to listen and take what the leader says and run with it. Hopefully by now you don't believe that's true. Committing to open communication and honest communication and then receiving it is a very humbling process. Our default is always to think that our opinion, our idea, or the way that we look at something is always correct. But that's certainly not the case. We all can always be learning from other people. A lot of times, the reason that those people have been put in our lives is to teach us specific lessons. And we're all better off when we're open to learning from others. When you invite people to contradict you, it can be tough, but it's worth it. You will learn a lot, I promise you. The best leaders invite criticism from the people they are working with, and then they take that criticism and they use it and they commit to being better by correcting what's been called to their attention, and they become a better leader for it. Following these 2 tips will keep you busy for a while, but it's important to remember that while you're committing to serve your teammates and committing to set them up for success, that you don't neglect yourself. It's not one or the other. You don't serve your teammates and then completely neglect yourself. You don't serve yourself and completely neglect your teammates. As a leader, you have to commit to doing both. This is one of the burdens of leadership. You have 2 roles. You don't just have to take care of yourself. You have to prepare for your teammates as well. It's a burden, but it's also an honor, and there's a lot of satisfaction out of it if you commit to it and commit to doing it well. So that's today's foundation of leadership. Great leaders commit to serve those that they lead. Intentionally care for your teammates and do what is in your power to help them be successful. And watch your teammates grow, watch yourself grow, and watch your team become better.